Hello, this is Fred from Metalobs TV, metalobs.com in France and in the world. And I am with two Belgian guys is with the band Bark, Ruff. And well, they're going to introduce themselves one by one. Who is who and what do you do in the band Bark, please?
I am Jorn Van der Straeten. I play bass in Bark.
Okay, okay,
And I'm Martin Furia, I play guitar.
okay. Martin Furia, okay. I'm not I'm going to interview only you, but you know, this last month I only heard about you.
Okay.
In good, in good, in
Oh,
good,
yeah. I was
in
just
good.
about to ask. Only good stuff, right?
Yeah, but we are going to speak about the new fifth studio album of Bark, which is called This Time Is Come,
Yep.
if I'm right.
Exactly.
But just a parenthesis about Martin. Yeah, I recently interviewed Schmier from Destruction, and you worked with Destruction. You are the new guitarist. I know in the past, Mike, you replaced.
Yep.
I know during 25 years, Mike. So we speak about that, the new stuff of Destruction, and Kimi Side also signed
Yes.
on Listenable Records on the same roster of your label with Bark. And Kimi Side, I understand, Frankie, the interview is online. I will put the link at the end of the video. And he told about me. He talked about you, excuse me, because you produced the last stuff of Kimi Side, the last album. No,
I produced the last two albums of
the last
Kimi
12.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you come from Argentina, if I'm right.
Yes.
You're
exactly.
You're not Belgian. Okay.
No, I am Belgian now.
Okay.
I live long enough.
You live in Belgium. You don't live in Germany.
Yeah. We all live in
Germany.
Antwerp.
Okay, I believe it was in
Yeah.
Germany. Okay. I close the parenthesis, but I heard about a lot of you, and yeah, I'm happy to interview you, and we, of course, with Jorn. Okay.
Okay.
So thank you for your time, first, guys. Because you are
Thank
on
you.
tour, so we are on March. You are on tour in a special European tour, a small European tour with 100% Belgian lineup. Because you are with the guys of other guys I know a bit. COBRA the Impaler, I used to interview them, also signed on Listenable Records. COBRA the Impaler.
Yeah.
You can say hello to Taste. How is this tour? Because it's going to end in a few days. How is this Belgian tour in Germany, north of Europe, northwest?
It's going great. It's a lot of fun. We know the guys already for a long time. We did the same tour in Belgium and the Netherlands a couple of years ago. So we get on very well. It's a big party. The shows are being great. We did a couple of new countries for all the bands, like Switzerland, Czech Republic. Now we're going to Denmark, and we're gonna finish in the Netherlands here. It's four shows to go, something like that.
And in France, no show in France?
No,
not
why?
this tour.
Not this time.
No booker, no. Why?
No, probably the routing, went somewhere else. The idea was to, it's hard to combine with so many people. We are 20 people on the bus. It's hard to combine time. So this was like, okay, we're going to do it 10 days. Everybody can do it. And the routing was very simple to do it this way, to go to Switzerland, then Czech Republic, then do a lot of Germany, go north, go to the Netherlands, and end up in Belgium. Going to France is a little bit of a detour, and we could do a French tour actually, because France is so big that if you start to go that way, then you go to Spain,
Lille or Paris in the north of Europe, Lille or Paris, but for next time.
That's gonna come for next time. We all have listenable records. As the label, well, not Hippo Tractor, but with Cobra, we share the label, so there is a connection with France. Certainly, we have to go to play there because the reviews are good always in France for our albums, and it's enough time that we pay a visit.
Okay, this tour with COBRA the Impaler is called The Great Trendkill. Is it a wink to Pantera, The Great Southern Trendkill?
No, absolutely no. It's pure.
It's definitely a wink. They asked all the bands, do you have this kind of input for the name? And we came up with a great Belgian Trendkill because we are hugely influenced by Pantera, and everybody liked the name, so it stuck.
And what do you think about the comeback, the reunion of Pantera, but with Zakk Wylde and Charlie Benante on drums and Zakk Wylde on guitar? What do you think about this lineup and last tour and the recent tour of Pantera with half of the band?
It's great. It's great for all the fans that didn't get to see Pantera. Of course, the real Pantera is dead, but this is a great way for all the younger fans to connect with the band. So I think it's great.
Yeah, but the difference is that Phil Anselmo doesn't move like in the past.
Yeah,
in the
he's getting older.
Yeah, at the back, like me. But I remember in Paris, Zenith, 1998, it was violent in the pit.
But they still know Ozzy Osbourne, so they're good.
Okay. You know them? You know Martin? Maybe you know a bit Phil Anselmo? No, you know.
I've seen him once on a festival in Mexico, but that's it.
Okay. Next time, Bark could open for them for Pantera.
That would be great.
That would be great for us. Definitely.
In France or in Belgium? In Belgium. Okay. Do you know? Just a funny. I have so many questions, but we are going to speak about the time has come. But already every time I think about Bark, I think about the song of French band called Ultra Vomit. A parodic band also signed in the past, like Gojira signed in Listenable Records roster, Ultra Vomit. It's a parodic band, and they make a cover song of Cannibal Corpse called Cannibal Corpse. And Cannibal Corpse, and the introduction, it's a dog which is barking.
Okay. We don't know.
Listen to it. Ask Listenable Records. And the promoters ask about that. This song you can find on internet, of course. It's the barking of a dog, and it makes me think about the name of your band.
I can see why.
So, could you recall us? Why did you choose this name, Bark? At first,
we were the first. We had a jam session 10 years ago. And we were making riffs and stuff, and we were very inspired. And most of the first album was composed that night. And at the moment we stopped playing, and we said, "Well, okay, we can do something with this." And I said, "Wow, we need a singer that can bark. That sounds like a dog or something like that." And the drummer said, "Whoa, actually, bark is a good name. It's short. We were making very short songs back in the day." And he said, "Oh, that could be actually a very good name for the band." And we all look at each other. We said, "Fuck, that's a very good name, actually." So we took it like, okay, let's see if we can think of something else. But we really like it, and we all loved it. The day after, we said, "Nah, it's Bark. Fuck it." So that's the reason why. But it responds a lot, to the nature of the band, that is very rabid, very animalistic, and
metaphoric. Yeah. We can see on the new cover artwork. I like very much the new cover artwork with the dog, like a god. My previous interview with you, it was written, and the title of my interview, you can also check it on internet. It was called "I Choose I Wanna Be Your Dog, God." Because with the punk feeling.
Well, that's our mascot. We have it in all the covers, and we put it in crazy situations.
Yeah, you want to make like Megadeth or
it's like
Iron Maiden,
our big rattlesnake. It's like our Eddie. We're all metalheads. We like that, and with time the covers started to be different to what we were used to, and we have this kind of boomer thing. Let's have a mascot that we can put in our covers like in the old days,
Yeah, good idea.
So we like to, I always say the same. We play the music that we like to listen to, and we are heavily influenced to everything we like. And that is also part of making the cover, thinking the stage and stuff like that.
It's important.
We try to respect the things that we grew up with, and that we feel comfortable with, that we are familiar with. It's not that we don't take risks or anything like that, because actually to stick to this kind of thinking in a band nowadays is a risk in itself, because we don't follow lots of trends in any way. So we try to stick to what we love, and what we love is 80s, 90s, 70s hard rock, and all this stuff with the mascots and the lyrics and stuff. It comes from there.
Yeah, it's a good idea to memorize, to remember your band, your name. Yes, musically, it's a cocktail in Bark. It's a groove metal. We speak about Pantera, power metal, thrash metal, of course. Some songs of the new album. I note a lot of thrash influences, especially. I don't remember a bit. Yes. Maybe negativist. And another song I don't remember, more trashy in the middle of the album. Yes, Whiskey Rivers, if I'm right. Trash riffs and death metal also, and rock and roll punk attitude, and death metal like Entombed, to write the straight and albums of Entombed. It's like it's the Union Francis, Jorn, for example. I'm
what
right.
Was the last question?
I am wrong or right in the
No, you are very right.
musical influences.
If there is one name you want to put it's a death and roll moniker that we inherited from Entombed, which is actually was a good friend of Largo Rampetro, was a good friend of Martin, heavily influenced by Entombed. But yeah, like Martin said, we play what we want to hear, and we know what we want to hear. We're a very nostalgic band with old metal, the 80s metal, even 90s metal. So yeah, that's it. You're spot on.
It's what I told you. 70s, 80s, 90s. We have some hard rock, some punk. That's the 70s.
Yes,
then everything that happened in the 80s, and then you have a little bit of death metal from the early 90s. That's more or less where we move. But what we try is to put everything together. It's not that we have one punky song, one death metal song, one trashy song. We try to put everything together and make it some fresh and well, different.
But you, Martin, you consider you are more trasher because you play also in Destruction?
I consider myself a musician and a music lover. I don't give a fuck. I'm a metalhead. And I play guitar. I have the good luck to play what I like, and it's great to express yourself in as many ways as possible. It's great to have Destruction, to have that thrash metal. That is great part of me, of course. And in Bark, it would be stupid to repeat. Anyway, Bark is an old band already. I was already playing in Bark long before I joined Destruction, and it was always the expression that we have with Bark. Never has been pure thrash metal or anything like that. And certainly we are not going to go that way now that I play in Destruction. So Bark has this personality that we're talking about, is the mix of everything we like to hear. And that's the way we want to keep it, and it totally represents all of us. Nobody feels underrepresented in the music of Bark.
Okay, democratic band, Bark.
Democratic band.
Very. Okay, democracy nowadays it's complicated in some parts of the planet. No politics, but okay. Yes, but more Bark plays. Your singer Bark Ron has more death metal goals. Sings as goaler.
He used to play in a hardcore band in Belgium, a very legendary hardcore band, has Hard Resistance.
And Unleash the Fury.
And Unleash the Fury,
of
course. That was a little bit more modern.
Exactly. Okay. Yes, and Bark was founded in 2014. The first album was Voice of the Dog. After you released Like Humans Do, Written in Stone, and I wanted to know quickly what the assessment, the balance sheet you can you can make now about your previous album, Rambler of Aeons. I think a lot of people discover you with this previous album in 2022, Rambler of Aeons. It was a higher step.
Yeah, because we were signed with Listenball with that album. So they give us a bigger reach. But we feel like Written in Stone has his own rights. It's a very good album. And of course, the first album, the second album has their marriage too. But we feel like the last album, The Time Has Come, which comes out in April, is really our best work to date. This is gonna be a milestone for us.
Yeah, very energetic, very groovy, very efficient, very powerful, but very melodic also. Melodic in the guitar, especially. A lot of work in the riffs. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's what we try to do. With time, if you see, there is always an evolution in the albums of Mark. With time, we started to understand better what we want to do, and how to develop it without changing it too much and becoming a different band. It's always definitely the same band, the same kind of sound, very raw. And at the same time, we learned how to expand that sound without changing it completely, staying true, and adding things that are more interesting, like all these twin guitars that we are adding lately for 3 albums now. Also, the entry of Tom Huet, the other guitarist, brought a lot of melody to the band as well, more possibilities. So, I think that this is the best album to date, and definitely the one that where everything that we did so far converges in a very nice way. We became better musicians, better songwriters, and let's see what we do after this.
To open for Pantera, I say. It opens. Okay, why is this title? The time has come. The time has come for what? For.
Well, it's kind of a reference to some personal issues we all went through for various reasons. We actually came up with another title. I pitched it. It was called Nullius in Verba, which was a Latin name, which Martin kind of liked and kind of not liked, but that was the title at the time, which is On No One's Word, the 4th track of the album, which is great. But then a lot of personal stuff happened, and we had a breakthrough on a personal, metaphysical level, and it felt like the stars had aligned. And the title, Martin popped it up, The Time Has Come, and it just seemed right. So we changed the artwork. We called Alcides Byrne, the Brazilian artwork guy. You have to do everything again, and he's a super cool guy. So he did everything again, and now it's right.
Okay.
The time has come to take your life into your own hands.
Yeah.
Face the consequences of your decisions. Take decisions, and we did it. We did it musically. We did it personally. We did it lyrically. It was in response to a period where you say fuck everything. The time has come to fuck everything up in a good way or in a bad way or whatever, but take action. And it's this sense of urgency that goes across the whole album. What brings everything together under the time has come concept,
to be aware, to act, but maybe to be aware on the world, open the eyes, and to take care of destiny.
Act with balls.
Act like you mean it.
Yes.
Skin in the game. Invest a little.
Okay. Is it you, Martin, of course, who produced, recorded all the new album, the new stuff? Okay. And you have your own home studio.
Yeah.
Okay, in Belgium. Okay. So it's more easy to record, to take time.
It's great. It's great because we can spread it in a long time.
No pressure.
We did it like that always. All our albums have been done like that, and it's a very nice way to work because we can really focus and we it's not that we go 3 weeks to a studio and we have to play. We take it easy. We do one song one day. We check it out. Then we check it again. This is not really good. We have a lot of freedom.
Okay. And open bar. And an open bar, maybe beer and no.
Yes, of course. All our decisions are consulted with a beer.
Yeah.
Belgian
There
beer.
actually is a bar there. So
Belgian beer.
We have a bar in the studio.
So, yeah.
Do you have good drinks, good beers on tour?
Yes.
Good,
maybe too many.
Yeah, we have too many good beers.
Good as Belgian beers?
No, but still good.
We go with local brewery, the local pride.
Yeah.
You know, we've been in Czech Republic. Czech Republic has great beer. Germany has great beer. Switzerland was surprisingly good, actually.
Okay.
We were not complaining.
Yeah.
We are not that picky anyway.
We love our Belgian beer. So if you want to twist my arm, I prefer the Belgian beer, but I'm not picky at all.
Okay. Are there any guests or featuring on this new album?
No.
Why?
Because we never do. The only time that we had a guest was Pato Larralde, an Argentinian artist that unfortunately died during the pandemic. And he used to do all our intros in Spanish.
That's true.
But we finished. And then when we did Rambler of Aeons, that was an album that was very evocative of nice people that we had around that unfortunately died because of this, like LG Petrov from Entombed. We invited Guilherme because we made a song for a legend. We made a song for him, and we invited Guilherme. He's a very good friend of mine.
He plays.
I asked him if he wanted to give an homage to him by making a solo, and he did. But those are very, cases that are very, how do you say, uitzonderlijk. Exceptional.
Okay. Guilherme, he plays with Devil Efson in the thrash metal band, thrash death metal.
Guilherme from Diet. Yes, exactly.
I saw them, I interviewed them. Okay, a few words about, because we are going to quit in a few minutes, about Seven track, the track called Seven. Is it in relation with David Fincher movie? Seven.
To what?
The movie.
The song called Seven.
The Seven movie.
Seven. Yeah. Is it in relation?
No. We just came up with that because there is part of that says Seven voices speak in my head. We wanted to get out of the six because the six is already too used and too metal. So we wanted to be a little bit more Satan than Satan itself.
And the track 7 is on the 8th track.
Exactly.
We like to do this kind of.
It makes sense for us, even if it doesn't make sense for everybody else.
No relation with David Fincher movie. With what?
No,
not really.
No, it doesn't have to do with that. It's just a name. It was the working name, and actually we liked it a lot because, we are owners of our ideas and we can do whatever the fuck we want, basically. So we said the track 7, we put it 8, we call it 7, and it's about 7 voices of a crazy mind speaking in their head. And instead of calling it 7 voices, or voices, we just put the number 7 on it.
Okay. But there are so many songs. The first single is called Negativist. It's online on internet, very, very dark. Shaman also, I like also this song, Shaman Wanted. So many Whiskey Rivers. A few words about Negativist, the first single.
Negativist is someone that refuses to understand that he's fucking up or that he's wrong. It's very connected to someone very known to us.
Okay.
It's an interventionist song for yourself. That's everyone should, because we always believe in personal responsibility, that you need to check yourself first and foremost.
It's a call to get your shit together. I think it's very good, and this sense of urgency that we were talking before. The time has come. It's there. The name of the album is there. It's good to start with a kick. It's a little bit a kick in the balls, that song. Like, hey, you wake up, put your shit together, and go. Do your thing. Like a little bit like this old grandma that said, "Come on, man." Make up your bed and go to the street, go to get a job.
It makes me think to Balls to the Wall from Udo, which is reloaded and just going to release. And the interview of Udo and all the band is online, will be online also. And he said, Balls to the Wall, today we can't make a new album if we have to write it and to release an album called Balls to the Wall. He re-recorded it. but in the 80s, it was the cover. It was a bit provocation. Nowadays, you can't do it to have so balls like that to put a new fresh album with Me Too, etc., etc. Okay.
We know.
And they change the artwork. The new one is more like AC/DC ball breaker. But okay, I close the parenthesis. It's out. The interview will be for next week, but the album is out, reloaded, but under the name Udo, not Accept. Okay, what are the plans for Bark for this year or next year? So summer festivals, maybe French tour, another European tour, American tour.
We're doing the smaller venues first, then some festivals like Scallyfest and Alcatraz and stuff like that. Later on, we're gonna do in the fall some bigger venues, and then next summer, even more large festivals. That's the plan.
I come to France, please come to France.
Yeah, we will. We would love to. We will, but we go where we get invited, basically. Yeah. So if someone feels like bringing Bark to anywhere in the planet and the conditions are there, we definitely will go. Yeah. We traveled once to Spain. 4 days to play 45 minutes. It was great. We love what we do. Yeah. So it's just a matter of sending us a message. Hey, Bark, come and play, and rock and roll. We'll certainly try to be there.
Okay, but good luck with this new album. The time has come, and it's a very good album. Very I said, energetic, fresh, and live. I think it's live. We can feel it. We can listen, appreciate this album, this music. I think for live.
Great to hear that.
Okay, guys, I let you take care and have a good show tonight, and be careful on the road, and take care and see you live in France, I hope. And
thanks for it.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for having us.
All right, cheers. All right.
Ciao.
Bye.